All praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of all the worlds. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil of our souls and the evil of our deeds. Whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, no one can mislead him. And whoever he misleads, there's absolutely no one that can guide him. The next chapter is the signs of a hypocrite. The signs of a hypocrite. In this particular chapter, Imam Al-Bukhari, he mentioned two hadith. The first hadith, it has 3 signs, and the second hadith has 4. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he narrated the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, the signs of a hypocrite are 3. 1, whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. 2, whenever he promises, he always breaks his promise. 3, whenever he is entrusted, he betrays, means he proves to be dishonest. If you keep something as a trust with him, he will not return it. The next hadith is collected on Abdullah ibn Amir radiallahu ta'ala anhuma. He narrated that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whoever has the 4 characteristics will be a pure hypocrite. And whoever has one of these following 4 characteristics will have one of the characteristics of hypocrisy, unless and until he gives it up. 1, whenever he is entrusted, he betrays it. 2, whenever he speaks, he lies. 3, whenever he makes a covenant, he proves treacherous. 4, whenever he quarrels, he behaves in a very imprudent, evil, and insulting manner. Badruddin al-Aini al-Hanafi, rahimahullah, he said this hadith was mentioned after the kinds of dhulm. Why is it mentioned after the kind of dhulm? To show that hypocrisy varies. First, we took kufr. We have major kufr that takes a person out of Islam, and then we have minor kufr that doesn't. Then we, after that, Imam Al-Bukhari mentioned dhulm, oppression, which is major and minor. If it's shirk, then it is major, and if it's less than that, then it is minor. And now we are on the chapter of hypocrisy. Ibn Hajar said it shows that kufr and dhulm are of different levels. Imam al-Nawawi said Bukhari mentioned this hadith here to show us that sins weaken our faith. The same way as disobedience becomes something that weakens the faith, then obedience will strengthen it. Ibn Battal said this chapter means actions complete iman, a complete faith, and lying weakens one's faith. Breaking promises and betraying trust all weaken a person's iman. Abu Zinad said the Prophet didn't attend hypocrisy here, the one which places a person in hell and in its lowest depths, wa'udhu billah, and this is the worst type of kufr. Rather, he mentioned the acts that resemble hypocrisy, because hypocrisy linguistically is when a person shows something outwardly but he conceals the opposite inside. And this is what's found in lying, breaking promises, and being deceptive. Al-Muhallib, he said this hadith, it means the one who regularly lies. The one who regularly lies. And why is that? Because these traits, they were found in Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers. They were found inside of Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers, right? But they repented. They repented and left these traits off. So Ibn Mulakin, he said, the person who has these traits resembles a hypocrite when he has them in his character, meaning he's acting like a hypocrite. He's acting like a hypocrite. So this hadith, it teaches us a few lessons. The first lesson is that whenever we do something, then we should say, inshallah. We should say, inshallah. If we're carrying out a trust, we're carrying out a manner, we should say, inshallah. Shaykh al-Islam, Zakaria al-Ansari al-Shafi'i, he said, the niyyah is corrupted in the speech when a person lies. If a person betrays a trust, then his niyyah is corrected. Did he really have the intention of fulfilling that trust? If he breaks a promise, I'm going to do something, and then he doesn't do it, did he really have the sincere niyyah? So this is why we should say, inshallah. So each one of these things, it is a sign of hypocrisy. And if a person has it, Imam Zakaria al-Ansari, he said, then it is okay to say a person is acting like a hypocrite. You're acting like a hypocrite. But you do not have the right to say a person is a hypocrite, because hypocrisy is one of kufr, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly knows what's in the heart. This hadith teaches us hypocrisy is in actions just like it's in belief. This hadith, it teaches us also that these traits are a sign of hypocrisy. Next thing this hadith teaches us is that it's not permissible for you and I to resemble a hypocrite. If we say something, we should do it. If a promise comes up and we weren't able to fulfill it, offer your brother the common courtesy of apologizing. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. Don't avoid him. When you avoid him, it seems more so that you had the intention of not fulfilling your trust or promise. The next one is, it teaches us that this hypocrisy has branches. The last hadith is the establishment of the nawafil, the voluntary prayers on the night of Qadr, is a part of faith. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he narrated that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whoever establishes the nawafil, the voluntary prayers on the night of Qadr, out of sincere faith and hoping to attain Allah's rewards, then all of his past sins will be forgiven. Ibn Mulaqqin, he said, this hadith means the person believed that Ramadan is the truth. That's why he fasts in it. He has sincerity belief that Ramadan is one of the pillars of Islam, and he prays during this month as well, hoping to attain Allah's reward. This hadith, it shows us that seeking Allah's reward sincerely is attained by fasting and standing, doing it for Allah, not so that people will say he's righteous or show off. What benefits we get from this hadith? Lessons. Fasting in Ramadan is something that is obligatory. 2, to be sincere and do good deeds is also something that is recommended during the month of Ramadan. 3, this hadith shows us that actions are a part of Iman. As the Prophet ﷺ, he made fasting and praying a sign of Iman. 4, this hadith highlights the importance of standing during the night of decree, the night of Qadr. 5, the niyyah, the intention, must be present for all actions to earn Allah's reward. 6, this hadith, it shows us that there is a superiority in ikhlas, in sincerity. And the next point is this hadith, it shows us that doing these kind of acts of ibadah removes the minor sins. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Wa subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.